Amber Button here. Good morning. Happy new week. Hopefully it'll be a better one and fight against Corona and everything else that's going on. Some of you have showed interest in wanting to see my finished handmade journal, my transitions journal. So I made this journal through a free workshop from Robin Marie Smith. If you find her under that name on Instagram and you go to her links in her bio, there's one link that says Transitions Journal. You have to sign up through her website, but it's completely free. And it's this great journal where you don't sew, you actually use tape. You make it out of whatever papers you want. And it only took me about an hour and a half from measuring all my papers and putting the book together and everything. And it's taken me a few weeks to fill it up. But I've been art journaling like mad. So anyway, and this is a journal band from Dina Wakley. And it's for the small journal, but I realized perfect for this one because this one is not, sorry, my table is on a rug now. So now it's like doing that. Anyway, the journal band will hold it in place when it doesn't want to close. So I wanted to flip through the journal. So this is an old Spanish school book, I think because it says Biblioteca at las Escuelas. So I think it's a Bible school book. It's really old. I think the date was in the 1800s. So I preserved none of the pages. I saved them for other projects. This is just the cover. All the papers I picked from my ephemera stash, and some are painted papers by me, like under papers. Mostly it's ephemera. So anyway, here's the front. There we go. First page. I'll only talk about specific pages. And a lot of sticking together, let me tell you. I need to find a good way to not stick the pages together without going as far as wax or spray on every page. I need a trick, so tell me if you know one. I mostly use Dina Wakley Media and then Liquitex supplies in this book. There's that. And the pages are all different sizes, as you can see. It doesn't really matter, and they're loose pages. They're not, only some have to be, the beginning of each signature has to be a double page, but everything else can be a loose page, so it's perfect for like loose book pages and loose scrap papers and stuff. I'm going to make another one today, hopefully, if I have time. And this was a, actually it says Pupils Report Card folder. Wow. See, stuck together. So it was, I don't know if you could see, here you can see it a little bit, Pupils Report Card. And this is where the report card would go. And I put, now it's stuck inside, of course it is. Well, there. I made a tag. Stop shaking. I made a tag and I put it inside the report card envelope. Now it's ripping. This I did with pastel, so I've been doing a lot of black gesso, then clear gesso, then pastel. Now, if you don't spray the pastel, it will go on this side, you know, when you close it, but it's just an art journal. That's part of the beauty of it, so I don't really care. Here's my next page. So you can see the ephemera peeking through on some of these pages. This is all done on top of old letters, old postcards, old notes, old book pages. This one really ripped. I really should have sprayed this because I really love this girl, but that's okay. It's just an art journal. They're just for daily practice and focusing and warming up. I use a lot of stickers, as you can see. These are from the Antiquarian sticker book. I know some of you have been asking me where I've been getting these images. The Antiquarian Sticker Book. It's on Amazon and on other websites. You can find it for under 20 bucks, and it's full of these Victorian era stickers, which is really, really neat and useful in art journaling. So I use a lot of stencils and lots and lots and lots of layers and lots of collage. This is where, here's a failed page. It's good to share those too, right? I was trying to do an image transfer, which I've never done before, and I thought the paper was laser printed, but I think it wasn't from me, it was from a collage pack. It must have been inkjet printed because it did not work, but it's in an art journal. Don't really care, and it's good to remember when things don't work so you don't do the same thing again, right? What does Bob Ross say? Happy little accidents. A mistake is just a happy little accident. So I try to embrace that. And sometimes the paper was so thin I had to stick a few together, so this is where I did that, and that's okay. And this, you can see, was just a crossword puzzle from the newspaper underneath. More pastel. And this is Tim Holtz paper dolls. I have a few in here, and then these are the Tim Holtz transparent wings. They're really neat. There's some come with a double set, some come with a single, so you can use them under ephemera, old pictures and stuff. It's really cool. This is one of my 100 Girls on Ugly Paper, or on Sheet Paper project, inspired by Tina Boring. Boring, I'm not sure how to say that. Tina Boring. So I've done them throughout journals and also on their own. You can see this was just some of these notes, science notes. This one I actually used watercolor straight on the page, and that worked out okay. But I had to thicken the page first. Getting to the end, so it got harder to create. And this one is really sticky still because I used instant coffee, and I even sprayed it with fixative, and it still is sticky. So I need to spray it again. Sorry if you can hear my heavy typing, as most of you are doing. My spouse is working from home right now during the quarantine. So, hi, spouse.
Hi.
So here's another paper doll and wings. And so here's where I started using the coffee and tea dyed papers. There's actually a tea bag under here. And tea and coffee dyed doilies. Some lace. So as we get to the end, it started to fall apart a bit. That's just because of the papers that I chose. If you choose under papers, that's not going to happen, but ephemera it will, and that's fine because I'm not going to be opening and closing this book a bunch now that it's done. So this is just was a rice paper that kind of fell apart when I added coffee, but I loved it anyway, so I saved part of it. This is an old postcard from Florida, so you can see the beaches on this side. This is where I was playing with the new Weekly gloss sprays. And more pastel. And then here's the cover where somebody put notes from the Spanish textbook. And see, it won't even close, and the spine is kind of coming apart. So what I'm going to do now is try and align it best I can back to how it's supposed to be. And take the journal band and set it like this on my shelf of finished journals. And after probably a day or two, it's going to close normally and be able to sit on the shelf normally. And I can glue the spine back if I want to. So there's my Handmade Transitions journal completed, and I'll post when I make a new one so you can see the new one put together. But thanks for watching, and have a great week, and stay safe.